Hello and welcome to Entertainment Extra on Remix TV with Joe Crawford. And we are here on a special night, Monday, April 23rd, with the live results show. If you've been watching Canada's Got Talent on City TV, you have no worries of thinking who this guy is. He's the country voice of Canada's Got Talent. First of all, Ivan Daigle, welcome.
Hello, how are you tonight?
I'm doing. You even got that country voice.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I love that. I love it. Ivan, you won tonight for the semifinals to go on to the finals.
Yeah.
First of all, let's go back a bit, and then we'll go up to the moment of what happened here tonight. What got you into wanting to try out for Canada's Got Talent first, Ivan?
Wanting to try out for Canada's Got Talent is just as simple as doing any venue, anywhere. You bring on the exposure, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that I'm there. Whether it's going to cost me or not sometimes.
No, that's awesome. And you're from New Brunswick, a little small town, same province as Misha.
Yes.
So she was very happy that...
She seemed to be, yeah.
Yeah. So you're representing New Brunswick, good for you.
Which is awesome.
And seeing that country is in your blood, do you have a favorite country singer? Who's your country artist that you like?
Yeah, and I'm kind of a tough call.
All right.
It's been a mix over the last however many years I've been on this planet. There's been a barrage. I've been influenced by literally hundreds of artists, but I'm a seeker of the song. I really am all about the song. It's all about finding the right song, because I could learn a dozen songs, but I really can only sing one of them, and I'm using a dozen as an example, obviously. Yeah. But you could sing until I could sing till my head falls off. But there are certain songs that if I learn 10 of them, there's a good chance 6 of them are going to fall out of the 10 that I learned because they're just not right for me. Maybe it's because I can't relate to it as much as I thought I could originally. Maybe it's about the way the melody turns. Maybe I thought the lyrics were better than they were when I started. Whatever the case might be, but it's really all about the song. I could list off, a top 3 or 4 favorite singers. If you're looking for names, I'm a tremendous fan of the late great Keith Whitley, the late great Hank Williams Sr. It seems like they're kind of following a pattern there. Obviously George Jones, Merle Haggard, guys who really paved the way.
The old country.
Exactly, and exactly, more traditional type artists. And I think maybe I lean towards traditionalism more than I may into newer country, which would be maybe semi-pop flavored. You'll find artists like Josh Turner, who is just amazing in his own right. And there's always Brad Paisley. He has a nice double line. He's got a nice kind of moving from one side to the other. Yeah. Because he's rocking out on that guitar, but he makes his songs just as hillbilly as the next guy.
No, that's awesome. And Ivan, you've been playing the guitar. Your uncle is the one who taught you how to play the guitar. So, I was watching at home, and it's great to get out of the living room and now to be here with you, especially because not only tonight did I get teary-eyed, and that you actually got to go to the finals, but your story behind it was just as emotional. And your father passed away. I'll let you tell a little bit more about the story.
Yeah. Well, my dad passed away when I was 13. And I'd been singing since before I could remember. Right. So when he would play guitar is when I would sing. And a couple of years later, in August of 1985, I could almost tell you the date if I had another minute to check it out.
That's all right.
But in August of 1985, I was sitting with my Uncle Al, and I said, "Would you mind showing me a couple of notes on guitar?" And he said, "Sure." And he was and forever will be, one of my favorites. That goes without saying. Yeah. So he showed me 3 chords, and I would say probably by the end of the week, I was pounding that thing like it was nobody's business. Not that I was any good at it at all, but I learned as many songs as I could in the 3 notes that he gave me. And just kept learning, and it's a lot of times it's about observing, and it's about who's around you. If you want to be a great musician, surround yourself or be around great musicians, because you will not have any other choice but to learn.
Nice.
And if you're there to learn, you're damn well going to learn. It's as simple as that.
Well, you definitely have learned over the years, and you're definitely shining your talent here on Canada's Got Talent on the stage here on City TV. And last night, so Sunday, April 22nd, you got to come on the semifinals stage here, and your emotions took over you just a little bit, but you were able to control it. What was going through your head at that time?
I stepped out on stage, and I heard Stefan talking, and I heard Martin talking, and I heard Misha talking, and listening to the Be Real, and then all of a sudden I heard my own voice. And I don't know why, but that was, I would say, probably the catalyst or the beginning.
Right.
And then I heard Dina introduce me. And I started singing. Everything was fine. And then, like a fool, looked out into the audience and saw Bonnie. And
Bonnie's your wife.
Bonnie is,
yeah.
Yes. And I just, I get choked up just thinking about it right now.
That's okay.
She was, I mean, you can't find that kind of support just anywhere. I'm like without her, I'm just a boat without sails. I mean, she really is the sail to my boat. It's as simple as that. And I looked at her, and then I got to the line that said, anything my Bonnie cooks, and just, I didn't forget the words. I know that I think there's a popular opinion or rumor or something that goes around that says, Ivan forgot the words. It wasn't even that. it felt like my vocal cords just did that for all of, well, what seemed like about 7 hours. but yeah, they just kind of, it's like speaking, and I just went, nothing.
Came out.
Yeah. And then at some point in the next few seconds, or next few hours for me, I was able to collect myself enough to finish it. And it was not even close to what I would call, not even close to anything that I would categorize as one of my best performances.
Right. Well, you know what? That's true. That's showing true professionalism right there, doing that, and you were able to contain yourself and make it through the song. Now tonight at the results, you were standing there with I forget who it was off the top of my head, but
and Jack Forstier.
Yes. Yeah. So then, what was going through your mind? Thinking, is it going to happen that I'm going to make it? Am I not going to? Like, what was going through your mind when Dina is just dramatically going to the point?
Yeah. She said, will it be Oslin, will it be Ivan, will it be Jack? And I was standing in the middle thinking, seems to me if you're going down the drain, you're standing in the middle. Oh, well, we'll see how it goes. They handed me a microphone in case I needed to speak.
Yeah.
And I want to apologize to the tech guys at City TV for leaving a big dent in the microphone, because I'm quite sure I did. You might be able to cast me in the next superhero movie that Marvel makes, because, you might be able to cast me as the Hulk, because it would have come apart. Another couple of pounds, and it was coming apart. It was just, Oslin was the first one to go, and then I was left with the Forestier family and myself. And she said my name, and it was just like somebody had rewound the clock almost 24 hours. Aww. And I looked at Bonnie, and next thing I knew, I was staring at the floor.
Aww.
It was, and I looked over at her, and I could hear her crying, and I could hear Olivia crying, and I could hear Erica crying, and it seemed like people were applauding, and it's like nobody else was here. I was just completely and utterly and totally overwhelmed, and I can only thank Canada for forgiving me for last night's performance.
No, that's awesome, Ivan. And I think Canada definitely has voted properly. And hopefully they continue on for when the final shows take place in May. What's your work setting thing? Are you going to go back to work tomorrow, or what's going on? Or?
Well, not tomorrow. I took tomorrow off. Yeah. And we're flying home tomorrow. Okay. And I believe I took Wednesday off. So to my boss, Kevin, if you're watching, I won't be in Wednesday. And maybe not the rest of the week. I'll probably be back to work Thursday, and yeah, it's. I mean, the fact that I'm here, the fact that I'm in the finals, really, the point. You know, after the audition, you hope to make the cut.
Yeah.
Into the top, whatever, and then once I found that out, which was a mind-blowing experience in and of itself, then we're here. And I'm here all week, and Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday,
Yeah.
I was, doing my thing here as much as I could, and then there was a lot of downtime for me. So we're talking, I wouldn't say a full day, but almost a complete half day where I'm texting and I'm online and I'm Facebooking and I'm emailing and I'm talking to Bonnie as much as I can, and yeah, it was just, but to actually be here and now to find out that I'm going to the finals is just, I'm in absolute awe.
Well, that's awesome, Ivan, and I wish you all the best of luck in May when the shows comes out on live, and we all the best and safe trip back home.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. We're gonna have another winner who came out in semifinalist on Monday, April 23rd. And we're gonna speak with him. Ivan, again, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're gonna call up the MC guy. MC from Hamilton, Matthew. Matthew, what's your last name?
Cathcart.
Cathcart, okay. Now, MC is because I guess your initials then, right, MC?
Actually, it's not.
Oh, no.
Would you like to hear the story behind that?
Yeah, let's hear why you're called the MC.
Well, back in the day, like elementary school, there was so many Matthews in my classes, right?
Okay.
So what they would do is they'd basically call us by the last initial, right? And around like grade 5 when I started rhyming and stuff, people would, I knew that like rappers were called MCs. So I just went by MC, and like I did kind of tie it in with the initials, but when I started recording, which is like when I consider me taking it serious, I was like, you know what? I was about to upload my song to a website, and I was like, okay, I got to make my alias right now, you know? And I spelled it EMSEE rather than CEE because you're hearing what Matthew sees. I talk about my life, my experiences, so you hear what Matthew sees, so it's MCs. So you're hearing what Matthew sees.
Very nice. Oh, that's a nice story to put it then.
I've never given that story in an interview, so you got the first on that one.
All right, there you go. Only here on Remix TV. We love it. Now, Matt, you did upload, you were the YouTube.
Yes, I was. The judge's pick.
The judge's pick. You were, what possessed you to make you upload? Did you even try for the auditions, first of all?
To be completely honest, I did not, because I work in a factory and I was a temp at the time, and I got hired on, and my boss told me, we're pretty key on attendance here. So I didn't really want to take any time off and disappoint him at that point. Now he's pretty cool with it. He knows,
I hope so.
Yeah, he's super cool with it now.
Got the next Canadian star working for him.
But back then, he didn't even know I rapped or anything, right? So I just wanted, at the end of the day, I had to make sure I had my bills covered and all that stuff.
Right.
So I made the little sacrifice there, and then when we heard about the YouTube audition, it was like, here we go, it's game on. Made the beat, took some notes down on what I wanted to say, all the provinces, territories, all the judges, Nissan, all in one rap.
Beautiful.
Right? And it didn't get picked by the voters, which kind of scared me, because like, if I didn't have a big enough following to win the YouTube, how am I going to win the show, right?
Right.
But people gave me a chance, and the judges gave me a chance, and I didn't want to let that go to waste. And I guess tonight Canada gave me a chance, so it's amazing.
Well, you've been growing your fan base more and more.
Exactly.
And tonight is a definite proof of that for your coming back to the final show. And you have a little connection. Our first guy we had on, Ivan, he has a connection with Misha because same province, but you have the same connection with Martin.
Same city,
Hamilton.
Exactly.
So Martin give you a little extra rooting on, you think?
I think so. I think he's hoping the hometown boy, brings it right back to Hamilton. He was saying earlier, there was a time he was Mr. Hamilton, and now like this is Mr. Hamilton. I mean, I don't know about that. I think Martin Short's always going to be Mr. Hamilton to me, but it's huge. It's huge to get like the hats off from the dude. You know what I mean? Like
awesome.
The guy. You know,
the guy from Hamilton.
Exactly. Like the one that everybody knows from Hamilton.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you go to the States and you say, what is Hamilton? they're probably going to say Martin Short.
Exactly.
You know, so.
Well, now they're going to say that with you too, because now we're online here with remixtv.com on the web, and of course you did your upload to YouTube. Now you do freestyle rapping, it's called, correct?
Yeah, sometimes it's not my strongest thing, but you know, like I don't like to disappoint people, so I try, but like. I tend to like not do it as much because like I don't want people to judge that as me, right? But like if people are like, would you like to do it? You know, I don't want to disappoint them at the same time. But like truthfully, like my cup of tea is like, you know, sitting down in the studio, making beats, you know, penning a clever rhyme. I like to take my time with things and then show them. You know, I look at every audience like it's a job interview. You know, I'm sitting there, I'm preparing my resume, I'm making sure I have everything set out what I want to say, and making sure that at the end of the day, you're giving me that job. You know what I mean? So that's how I always look at it, as opposed to a freestyle when you might slip up and people might say, I've heard someone better, right? But, yeah.
Well, tonight you were picked, and what was going through your mind that you had the one was gone out of the three, and now you're down to two, and it's you and the other team?
To be completely honest, I didn't know how it was going to go. They're an amazing dance crew, you know, and it's not like they're popping and locking and you know, dancing to rap music. I think it might have been like a totally different cup of tea if it was. Well, see, I can't even decisively say what I thought because, you know, you never know. You know what I mean? It's the judge's choice, but they're so unique and they're so passionate about what they do, and they tell stories that are so meaningful in their dance. So if it was another rapper next to me, I might be like, I know I got this, you know, like I'd be in the zone, like I'd be in battle mode, you know what I mean?
You'd be
saying
ready to go in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. I want this more than you. What are you gonna do?
Well, you did that once when you were the auditions. There was another guy who does the same thing as you, and you guys were kind of like going back and forth in the auditions. So you were just on that frame of mind. You were going to go and get.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like it could have went either way between me and Enigma. For those that don't know what they do like interpretive dance, and they always tell a story, and it's so passionate, it's so deep. So how do you compare something that's so deep and sometimes dark, sometimes joyful, you know, just a great story, to, you know, the other guy who's, you know, bringing the energy and you know, rapping about certain topics? It's like, how do you balance that stuff out? So I mean, those judges had a tough job. I mean, I'm thankful they picked me, of course. Yeah. But yeah, it's a tough job. I don't know if I could have made that decision.
No, I know, and it was like, and the hardest one was for Stefan to make the decision.
Oh yeah, it was all on him.
It was all on him. Yeah. So, what words do you want to say to Stefan now? I know you didn't have the chance because the emotions were flowing during the live taping. But on Remix TV to Stefan, what do you want to say for him to make the deciding vote?
I just want to say thank you. You said you want a show again, and I'm going to give you guys a show. I'm not going to disappoint you. I understand the opportunity you guys are giving me once again, and I plan to rise to the occasion.
Awesome. I really look forward to it. I'm a Niagara Falls boy myself, so really close by. And
see, I'm kind of close to you on the weekends. My girlfriend goes to school in Brock, so every weekend I'm going down to St. Kitts, right?
Nice. So, well, I saw they had the Emsee shirts on, so
yes,
it looked great. She had the Emsee girlfriend shirt.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Matt, I greatly appreciate it.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, and good luck for Entertainment Extra on Canada's Got Talent stage. We hopefully will be coming to you another time, and maybe Matt will be the winner. For Entertainment Extra on Remix TV, I'm Joe Crawford.